media as well. They had made a comment, just how I don't train on competition-specific equipment. I think they had seen I posted just like a story or something where I had gotten stuck in the rack, and I notoriously do this every time at my gym squat rack. Like I get stuck on one side, and I agree that is not ideal. Um, but there is a camp in like the powerlifting community who like will not train on non-competition equipment. Like it is a big deal for them that they're on kilograms, plates, and a combo rack. And to me, I think that is, like you said, setting yourself up to find something wrong on meet day. Because like if you're training in this perfect environment, you're preparing for a perfect meet environment. If it's like something is slightly off, maybe it's they're not using the right power bar that you've been using in the warm-up room, or like they've got some pound plates in the warm-up room. I've seen that at nationals before, like with some overflow, they have pound plates. If you're used to training on the perfect setup, that can get in your head, and then it becomes excuses. And so I'm definitely a fan of like just train, and then when you get to the meet, you'll be like, this is perfect.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. My fiance Dylan, he's not completely in the camp of it needs to be perfect, but he does prefer to use the nicer equipment, the kilos, and having the right bar. And I totally get it. But also part of me is like, nitty gritty, just do it. It's just iron, like whatever, just lift it. And actually during COVID, you graciously gifted me, or let me borrow, I don't have it,
it's yours.
a barbell that didn't stand the test of your strength, but it was just fine for mine.
Yeah.
So I lifted on a bent barbell for a long time because barbells were out of stock. Were very
low. I remember when you picked that up, and I think I was still like, I might have been in the middle of taking a USAPL coaching course, which still to this day is probably the worst investment of my life. I promptly left USAPL. And it's like an 8-hour course, but it is what it is. But I remember you sneaking in to grab that bar, but when you say it was bent, I just want to make sure the listeners know it was not a little bend. It was like a buffalo bar type bend to it.
Yeah. And you know what? I did it. I did it. And that's all I had access to. And it was fabulous because it let me do what I wanted to do, what I was hungry to do, because I had already spent probably 4 months not training at all, or training body weight movements, doing more what I had access to, which wasn't much. But at the same time as working out with that buffalo bar, or Duffalo. Is it buffalo or Duffalo?
Okay, so I think, and this is a great debate, because I'm not 100% sure. So I think the buffalo bar is the name for a bar that is purposefully bent like that. But the Duffalo bar is the buffalo bar that is made by Chris Duffin. So like it's a specific brand of buffalo bar.
Okay.
I don't know. The bent bar. We'll call it that.
The bent bar. That's also when I got my back injury. So for me, lifting with a bent bar just meant that I was benching with a bent bar. And I was doing some squat movements and like really no deadlift movements. So for me at that time, it really wasn't the worst situation. I mean, it affected me slightly, but I mean,
yeah,
it's better than nothing.
Yeah, and okay, I'm deciding which way I want to go because I have two good questions and they go kind of in opposite directions. But I guess we'll start with your back.